mean, I still have mine, Stephen, but I've still got vinyl too, so I'm not sure what that says about me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 things that we left behind in this century's second decade.
So it's still a Blackberry. It's our Blackberry. So except for where we have keys here, screen. The whole thing's a screen.
Number 20, Facebook poking.
Now you can literally, with one click, sort of make these major life announcements to everybody you care about.
This feature has existed since the social media giant's inception in 2004, back when it was called the Facebook.
Drop the, just Facebook. It's clean.
But what did it mean? Nobody knew, it seemed like, but everyone was doing it. As the website grew into a cultural phenomenon, so did poking. The magic behind poking was truly its ambiguity. Poking someone could mean anything from an inside joke to serious flirtatious innuendo. Having a new way to interact with your friends was part of the fun of early social media, and poking embodied this idea. Poking is still a feature on Facebook, but it's just not what it once was. Number 19, using a Windows phone.
The way I have made the Windows Phone wonderfully mine. With my pictures, with my email, with my friends, with my son, the lacrosse player.
When longtime Apple competitor Microsoft decided to get into the smartphone game, we got the Windows Phone. Launched in 2010, the Windows Phone soon became the operating system for Nokia smartphones. With the backing of a long-trusted cell phone brand and user praise for the system's smooth interface.
It starts with being very personal. We have devices of various shapes and forms. Keyboards, no keyboards, AMOLED screen, very durable devices.
Some market specialists predicted the Windows Phone might surpass the iPhone by the middle of the decade. Unsurprising to most, however, the iPhone sustained its place at the top of the market. As a result of dwindling popularity, Windows Phone was discontinued in 2020.
It's time for a phone to save us from our phones. New Windows Phone, designed to get you in and out and back to life.
Number 18, carry a personal GPS unit.
With this baby, we'll never be lost. Oops.
Although these devices are still occasionally used by outdoor enthusiasts frequently out of cell phone range, for the most part, daily driving requires little more than your smartphone GPS app of choice. Advancements in satellite navigation were a Cold War-era effort to improve military navigation during heightened political tensions. These advancements led to handheld and car-mounted GPS units entering the market, which became a popular alternative to paper maps. Though we still often rely on the turn-by-turn navigation instructions delivered by this technology, the ubiquity of smartphones and built-in navigation systems in modern cars has made this tech product obsolete.
Manually working a navigation device while driving is not a good idea. As this simulation shows, it's dangerous for the driver and those around him.
Number 17, duck facing.
But first, let me take a selfie.
As social media became increasingly popular in the 2010s, so did the humble selfie. Pressure to align with beauty standards in selfies led to some unconventional poses.
You gotta mess it up a little bit. There we go.
The big lip trend pioneered by celebs like Angelina Jolie and Kylie Jenner inspired what became known as duck facing. By pushing out one's lips in an exaggerated pout, it was thought to make the lips look bigger and sexier. In reality, it just made one's face look anatine, or duck-like if you will. Selfie takers, particularly young women, were relentlessly ridiculed for this commonplace pose. As a result, duck facing became significantly less popular towards the end of the decade, and is rarely seen today.
So I'm trying not to do the duck lip. This whole thing is stupid, right? But you can kind of do a semi-duck lip and get away with it.
Number 16, using Google Glass.
So let's put it through its paces. To turn it on, you lift your head up, and I get a purple screen just in the top right of my field of vision.
This short-lived tech product carried some serious hype when it was first announced in 2012. These augmented reality glasses were intended to display helpful information, take pictures and videos, and generally make the user's life easier and more streamlined. The product did not live up to its initial hype when it was released to the public in 2014. The camera function raised privacy concerns, and early adopters found the glasses difficult to use.
Right now I'm recording a video of you, or this Canon 5D anyway, and you have no no way of knowing it. There's no LED on the front that's blinking or anything like that to give any indication that I'm capturing footage.
Although 2 further iterations of the Google Glass were released in 2017 and 2019, the product never took off in the consumer market. As a result, Google Glass was officially discontinued in 2023.
This is Google's attempt at bringing maybe a little bit of a sci-fi head-mounted future to you.
Number 15, Play Xbox Connect.
You know, the people in my house never really like to play games. At least this will hopefully bridge the gap from the people that don't really know anything about games to people like me who come to conventions like this.
In 2010, Microsoft released their own competitor to the Wii, Nintendo's popular motion sensor gaming console. The Kinect stood out because it had no physical controller. Players used the console purely with their own body movements. This was an exciting concept for gamers, but in practice, the technology was less than impressive. The console was slow to recognize some hand gestures, and the voice recognition software worked poorly for people with accents. Few games were released for the Kinect, and those that were did not receive many positive reviews. Perhaps the Kinect was ahead of its time and will make a comeback someday, but for now, the device has been discontinued since 2017.
It recognizes you. It responds to your gestures, and it listens to your voice.
Number 14, share #StopConey.
Over the past 9 years, I have fought to fulfill it. And the fight has led me here, to this movie you're watching.
Kony 2012 was a viral documentary short intended to raise awareness of Ugandan warlord Joseph Kony and encourage people to take action against him. Within days, the video received tens of millions of views and soon became the first YouTube video ever to reach 1 million likes. The video succeeded in its effort to raise awareness on a topic virtually unheard of in the United States, but some criticized the video's approach to explaining the topic. Critics alleged the video oversimplified the conflict and argued that sharing the video and raising awareness did little to actually change the circumstances around the events. The video did contribute to the African Union sending troops to catch Kony, but as of 2022, he is still in hiding.
Your mind is so powerful. You know this. It's so strong.
Yeah.
And if you feed it if you feed it with this chaotic noise and everything else, you lose who you are.
Number 13, buy a Nintendo 3DS.
Okay, so which of the launch games are you picking up tonight? Obviously Street Fighter.
That's pretty much it, because of that exchange rate.
This handheld gaming device was the successor to the popular Nintendo DS and DSi, but introduced a new trendy feature. As the name implies, the 3DS was able to display games in 3D without requiring glasses. Upon the device's release in 2011, users and critics praised the device's surprisingly sharp 3D effect, considering the 3DS an improvement on an already popular line of products.
Oh my god.
How do you even...
It's weird.
Oh, this is nice.
The success of the 3DS was only hampered by the launch of another Nintendo product in 2017, the Nintendo Switch. As demand increased for the Switch, it dwindled significantly for the 3DS, and the product was officially discontinued in 2020.
The Nintendo 3DS. Take a look inside. The Nintendo 3DS will be available in Aqua Blue and Cosmo Black.
Number 12, have a 3D television.
You know, when you look at TVs as much as we do, you can get a little bit jaded about the product, but 3D TV is generating a lot of excitement within our company. In fact, the last couple of times that I've come into the labs here, it's been backed up with people waiting to get a chance to take a look at it.
With the release of James Cameron's alien epic Avatar in 2019, 3D films exploded in popularity. Some television manufacturers decided to jump on this trend and bring 3D to the home viewing experience with 3D TVs. These TVs required glasses for the effect to work and could only really be viewed from specific angles.
The new 3D glasses lens open and close rapidly, melding the two images together, giving the image depth and the feeling that it's right in front of our face.
This made it cumbersome for larger groups to watch together, especially compared to the high-quality, high-definition standard TVs that were already on the market. Within just a few years, it was clear 3D TVs were just a fad. By 2017, all major television manufacturers had stopped their production.
So if the multi-million-pound advertising campaigns didn't work on you, and you didn't fork out for a 3D TV, you can feel smug now.
Number 11, play Flappy Bird.
You can elevate a bird, essentially by tapping, you're making it flap, and then you have to navigate the bird through a series of pipes. It's pretty impossible.
This deceptively simple-looking game was easy to learn and impossible to master. The app went viral for its challenging gameplay and addictive nature until it became the most popular free app in the world by January of 2014. The game spread primarily through word of mouth, typically people complaining about the difficulty of the game. Users spent hours trying desperately to fit the little 8-bit bird through Mario-esque green pipes, always in pursuit of a new high score. The game became so notoriously addicting that the game's programmer, Dong Nguyen, took the game down from app stores due to his own guilt.
Today I would like to announce that I will be shutting down Flappy Birds for good.
Today, you can download an unofficial version of the game from another developer, but the original is still unavailable.
On eBay, right now, people are selling their smartphones or tablets that have Flappy Bird installed on them, hoping to cash out.
Number 10. Play PlayStation Vita. Initially released in Japan in 2011, this handheld gaming console was the successor to the PlayStation Portable and an aspiring competitor to Nintendo DS's line. Despite generally positive reviews of the device, consumers seem to favor Nintendo products and mobile phone games over the less popular Vita.
That's our potential audience, the audience who values a high-end experience, and I think a lot of those will want to take that same experience on the move.
The device was considered successful in Japan and had a small but dedicated fan base in the United States. With the release of the immensely popular Nintendo Switch in 2017, the writing was on the wall for the PlayStation Vita. Sony discontinued the Vita in 2019 in favor of focusing on their far more popular game consoles.
To be one of the first people in the UK to have a PlayStation Vita is absolutely amazing. I'm so thrilled that I stayed up until midnight to get it. The sleep deprivation was worth it.
Number 9. Contour a new face.
Then I will take the darker side of the medium and just kind of go down my cheek.
In the 2010s, Kim Kardashian and YouTube beauty gurus taught us all what drag queens have known for decades: contouring. This makeup technique used darker and lighter shades of cosmetics to sculpt one's face into a chiseled masterpiece, if you knew what you were doing.
I want it to look like it's an extension of my natural face shape, so I always blend from the hairline inwards. That way you can't see where it begins and where it ends.
Alongside excessive highlighter use and thick, bold brows, contouring created a makeup look that is now very distinctively 2010s. Today, though contouring is still a popular technique, makeup trends have definitely changed. Daily full glam has given way to a more casual, everyday makeup look that emphasizes natural beauty. Number 8. Use a dedicated MP3 player.
But dedicated MP3 players had also upped their game, and by Series 4, many manufacturers started to offer more than just music.
Whether it was an iPad or your trusty Zune, for those of us without smartphones, an MP3 player was a daily essential. By the 2010s, the once revolutionary technology that contained all your tunes in one pocket-sized device was an everyday essential. Thanks to Apple's iconic ad campaign for the iPod, we rocked our wired headphones anywhere and everywhere.
Apple's iPod made it fashionable to walk down the street with little white wires coming out of your ears. They've sold nearly 30 million of them.
Today, smartphones have become the MP3 player of choice. A once standalone device has become just another app on our multifunctional phones. With the rise of music streaming, we also have the ability to listen to nearly any song at any time, no longer limited to just the downloads in our music library.
In the old days, we used to take an extra suitcase with us or a bag full of like cassettes or CDs or whatever, that just to spend a week on holiday. Whereas this one little white plastic box could take a whole collection anywhere in the world.
Number 7. Use a BlackBerry.
It was really an exciting time. I mean, we as a company had a really strong product.
Before the iPhone, there was another giant in the smartphone world, the BlackBerry. Everyone from Kim Kardashian to Barack Obama were loyal BlackBerry users in the 2010s, alongside tens of millions of others. The BlackBerry's iconic keyboard, plus its email and web browsing functions, made the device especially popular among corporate professionals.
The BlackBerry has been reinvented. It has an all-new multi-touch operating system and all-new hardware that looks a lot more like an iPhone or an Android phone.
At its peak in 2012, there were 80 million BlackBerry users. As the iPhone and Android began gaining popularity, BlackBerry just couldn't keep up. Though the BlackBerry has since been discontinued, the company continues to provide communication software in both the public and private sector.
I created this entire product class. So listen to me, the trackpad, it's a mouse pad built into the phone.
Number 6, browse Tumblr.
Tumblr was the first one to say, no, they're really all great, and there's a lot of value in being able to post everything that you come across or everything that you create in one place.
Founded in 2007, Tumblr is a microblogging website that, yes, is still active, but it's just not the same anymore. Combining the individual expression of a blog with the connectivity of social networking, Tumblr became a safe haven for all things countercultural in the 2010s. Blog topics range from fandom to social advocacy to aesthetically pleasing posts, and everything in between. Ownership of the site has changed hands several times over the years, typically to the disturbance of Tumblr users. Over the years, Tumblr's user base has steadily declined, though some users remain stubbornly dedicated to the platform.
And again, you know, the user stats are pretty big. You know, looking at it, there's probably around about 184 million users. It had something around 12 billion page views just last month.
Number 5. Experience the monoculture. Before algorithms carefully curated our feeds to match our unique interests, before streaming services freed us from the constraints of channel surfing whatever was on, popular culture looked a lot different. The media we consumed was limited to what was made available to us.
All right, let's go talk to him. No, he must continue to believe he's in control. Why the hell would we want to do that? So we can create an advantage.
Beyond popular television shows like Lost that everyone was watching, viral videos and memes felt bigger too. A video with millions of views felt like a cultural phenomenon, while today, most videos go unnoticed by anyone outside the video's target audience.
Is this it?
Yes.
It has one view and it says it was uploaded at 6 a.m. this morning.
Have you seen it? It's hilarious.
While finding a niche in entertainment that appeals to you can be satisfying, some say our lack of monoculture has only made us more isolated. Number 4. Take part in social media challenges. There are social media trends, and then there are challenges. In the 2010s, viral challenges included the Cinnamon Challenge, the Ice Bucket Challenge, and the Mannequin Challenge, among others.
I challenge Michelle Obama, Angelina Jolie, and Putin.
While some challenges were honestly quite dangerous, like the Tide Pod Challenge, others were harmless, and some even raised awareness about important causes like ALS and pollution. With TikTok becoming the primary video sharing social media, it seems trends have replaced challenges. Rather than being challenged by friends to participate, TikTok users prefer to join in on the current video trend to give their own spin on a popular topic in the hopes of going viral.
The office plank, the boat plank, the blue collar plank, the clothesline plank. And for those who like to plank in numbers, there's the double plank, the synchronized plank, and even planking with pets.
Number 3. Make Facebook albums.
It is in the DNA now of the American culture, not to mention the world.
In the early years of social media, it was anything goes. After a wild night with friends, you could expect to see everything, including the most embarrassing moments, documented the following day in a Facebook album. While it wasn't great having an unflattering photo of yourself posted onto the internet for all to see, Facebook albums were genuine and far from curated. Some say that kind of authenticity is missing in today's social media, where most people carefully select only the best photos from an event to post. Still, there was nothing worse than waking up to see you've been tagged in the worst photo of yourself you've ever seen.
Maybe you want to share some of these albums, but keep others, like from a party, private. Click on Album Privacy. And I didn't know this before, so some of my settings are different for each album and I didn't even realize it.
Number 2. Use Vine.
When people watch content, it turns into thoughts in their head, so you need to make sure it's positive thoughts. That's why I tell my followers not to watch the news and stuff like that, because it's so negative all the time.
Paving the way for social media behemoths like TikTok, Vine pioneered short-form video content with their trademark 6-second looping videos. The app was incredibly popular and helped give rise to many social media stars, including celebs like Shawn Mendes and Bo Burnham.
Let's get out of here.
Despite its popularity, Vine was remarkably short-lived. Launched in 2012, the app was discontinued in 2016. Too many competitors like Instagram introduced their own video features after seeing the success of Vine. After mourning the loss of Vine, many users switched to Musical.ly and ultimately TikTok, satisfying their need for short, scrollable videos.
Right now, it's a lot of babies, dogs, food, and stop-motion video.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. use the Mayan calendar for our end-of-the-world predictions.
Should be very wary of what will happen in 2012. Their calendar runs for over 5,000 years, and then it abruptly stops on December 21st in 2012.
According to the Mesoamerican Long Count calendar, December 21st, 2012 marked the end of a 5,126-year-long life cycle that some said would bring about the apocalypse. Leading up to the date, pseudo-documentaries and even a blockbuster film further spread this doomsday prediction.
We gotta get to the other side of the freeway!
Although many were prepared for the worst, no apocalyptic events actually occurred. Festivities were held throughout Mexico and Central America to celebrate new beginnings at the end of the ancient cycle. Today, climate scientists have replaced Mayan calendars by providing us with equally frightening, but far more trustworthy end of the world as we know it predictions.
There are 20-year and 400-year cycles. And then there is a huge cycle called the long count. It lasts 5,126 years.
Do you still do any of these extremely 2010s things? Let us know in the comments.
Such an extremely rapid pole shift on the timescale of hours would be a catastrophe like we've never even thought of.